Auf der Heide.
Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein und das heißt Erika. Eins von 100.000.
The light. The light.
Today we paint a Neurotyrant for my Warhammer 40k Tyranid army. Welcome, my name is Hubert and on this channel I learn about miniature painting with you. I hope you guys are all doing well. Spring is finally here and it's time for me to paint a Neurotyrant for my Tyranid army. I'm going to play this bad boy along with 6 zoanthropes for maximum firepower, serving as some sort of support unit for my army. Maybe along a Hive Tyrant to give them assault and little hits. We will see. As for the lore, this living brain serves as a focusing node for the Shadow in the Warp, and it likes to liquefy the brains of its victims. In order to show the raw power of this brain, we are going to add lightning effects on it that will serve as a playground for glow effects later. Also, I have to thank an absolute GigaChad alpha male on Discord for suggesting I add texture to the wire to make it more organic, and for this we will use acrylic resin. As usual for the paint job, I go for really dark flesh and armor with Ivory, Hull Red and the Chaos Dirt's Enamel pigment. So let's get to it. After letting it all dry overnight, it's time to prepare the brains and work on some leftover details. I've painted only one Tyranid brain so far, and this time I really want the glow effects to pop. So I prepare all the brain parts with titanium white ink from Liquitex and move on to the airbrush. I go with white ink again, all over the brains, trying not to spill and staying on the brain areas. This is a mistake I've been doing on my earlier Necrons, doing my glow effects a bit too wide and not concentrated enough. Let's see if this time I can nail it, especially on the spots where the lightning hits the brain and carapace. The colors I'll be using for the brains are as follow: Jade Green mixed with the Croxigor scales, diluted with the Flow Improver down to about 20% paint. Then, I use a mix of Croxigor scales and Aethermatic Blue, diluted down to almost 10% paint with the Flow Improver, and this will serve as a wash for the brains. Be really careful while using the airbrush over the white ink, as it's a very fragile layer. Once dry, I repeat the process with white ink, focusing on the lightning effects, and once again with a mix of jade green and fluorescent yellow. I've never had to be this precise with the airbrush, but I think I did okay. Maybe sometime I'll have to invest in a finer needle. You'll tell me what you think about this in the comments. Alright, let's finish the base with some plants and add some wood effects on a few spots. By the way, with my last video about the Triarch Stalker, I've started uploading a longer format for those interested. I have to cut a lot of the footage here to keep the video interesting. This longer format can be used as background while you paint, and will generally be posted 2 or 3 days after the short one. And yes, this is exactly what you think. It's a desperate attempt from me to please the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, let's take a look at the finished Tyranid Neurotyrant, showing off its pure psychic power. I was really happy to finally start this project, because I've had this idea for the lightning effects even before starting this army. It was a bit stressful at times with the airbrush, trying to do really tiny glowing spots, but I think I managed. If you're trying something similar yourself, my advice would be to thin your paint a lot and to test your paint and precision before each pass on the model itself. Good luck and have fun on your own projects. I will see you soon for some other kind of firepower. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and until next time, happy painting!